Welcome back to another video on the Lawsies channel. But today, before getting this video, a very different video, please remember to like, subscribe and comment. Now, you might be thinking, Kieran, this is a boxing channel, isn't it? Yes, it is, but the channel's going to be going in a bit of a different direction. Don't get us wrong, we'll still make boxing videos, but now I want to fulfill an ambition of mine of making boxing, football videos, like stuff I enjoy making. And I do enjoy making boxing videos, don't get us wrong, but like I've got an ambition of mine to be on like major sporting media, so like making an appearance on Sky Sports or whatever, or on podcasts, or just be a big name in the sport industry. And I think, you know, I love football and this will be a good thing for me. And the video today, guys, it's what player your Premier League club must sign this summer. And without further ado, let's start it off with my team, Newcastle United, the team that got top four under Eddie Howe, fantastic manager, a fantastic season, and I hope we can keep it up next year. But we're starting, well, I was torn between these two players. And first of all, it was Kim Min-jae to come in as a centre-back. He's got a cheap release clause, I think, great signing, a great player. Ideally, I'd love to get both done, but not really going to happen. I don't think. We've got the money to do it, but I've actually chose Dominik Szoboszlai. It was out of him and Kim Min-jae, and I thought Dominik Szoboszlai, I think Shaw's a good enough centre-back. I do think we'll sign a centre-back a while anyways, but I feel like Newcastle need more goals from the midfield and a bit more creativity at times, because sometimes we're in a game, say the midfield's long staff, Willock and Joe Linton, and Bruno's a very good he can create things, but sometimes I feel like we lack a bit of creativity sometimes, and I just think if we had someone like people used to say like a James Maddison or Szoboszlai, you'll score goals from the midfield, provide a lot of assists and create a lot of chances, and that's what you need in your team. And that's why I've chose Dominik Szoboszlai for Newcastle United. Now, going into number 2, Chelsea. A very, very poor season for Chelsea, and I think Rory Jenkins said one of the worst seasons in Chelsea's history, which I agree with, because if you think about it in the sense of, you know, back they were founded in, what, 19 or something? Obviously, there was times where Chelsea weren't in a good position in the league, or worse positions, but now you've got, I think, the achievements Chelsea have got in the targets to set themselves, and the new ownership spending over 600 million. It was a poor season, but I think Chelsea need a striker. It's a no-brainer for me, and surely they should try Harry Kane. They've got Pochettino is the manager, a favourite of if Pochettino's a favourite of Harry Kane, and Kane is a favourite of Pochettino. And I think that he should try and lose that. I'll lure Kane to Chelsea. Will it happen? I'm not quite sure. They've got a good relationship. Will he want to jump ship to Tottenham to Chelsea? I'm not sure. But I think you may as well go for him. If you can sign him. You know, you need a striker. I think Lukaku won't come back. I think he disrespected Chelsea too much to come back. So yeah, number 3, I'm going with West Ham, and I'm going for James Ward-Prowse. I think no-brainer. Southampton get relegated. He'll be cheaper. Declan Rice is going, and I think obviously Rice is a world-class quality midfielder, but I think Ward-Prowse. I don't think Ward-Prowse is world-class, but I think he has quality, and he's got that thing in him, that special thing where he can change a game, like that a free kick or a long shot. He's got that in him, so I think that would be a good signing for West Ham. I think approximately, you could probably get him for under or just 30 million, I'd imagine. Next, we're going with Brighton, and what an excellent season Brighton have had getting into Europe, and I'm so happy for the Brighton fans that because they came up with Newcastle and they're a good club and they ran perfectly in there. I would actually like to see Levi Colwill come back on a permanent. I thought he had a great season with Brighton, and I think it would only be right for him to actually come back to Brighton. And I think they have had a £30 million bid rejected as I'm recording this, so I would expect them to come back in with another offer. And I just think it'd be a fantastic signing for Brighton. You know, he's a great centre-back and a great young English talent. Going on to the 5th team, Sheffield United. There's a lot of positions, and this is the same with the last squad. There's a lot of positions I could have chose, and people like you watching this now, you'll have an opinion like, ooh, I don't think they should to get that position. I think they should do this position, and I'm not a Sheffield fan. You know, I don't watch much of Sheffield, but this is what I think they should go for. I personally think they should go for a Connor Cody. A player you can get very, very cheap. He's a solid defender with experience, and he's got a lot of leadership and he doesn't lack passion. You saw he's a Liverpool fan and you saw how he was celebrating keeping Everton up. I think it'd be a great signing for Sheffield, a big club Sheffield, and let's hope they can do well next year. But there's a lot of positions you could choose from. But I chose centre backs. I think your defence is your foundations, and I think that's what you build. I think that's what you should build around. Going into the sixth team now is Crystal Palace, and I've actually chose a fullback, believe it or not, for the right side because obviously you know they've got Tyreek Mitchell on the left, but I've actually chose Timothy Castagne from Leicester. I think he's a great attacking right back who can also play as a wing back. You can attack very, very well, and you can defend. You can do a job in defence, and I think this will be a perfect signing for Crystal Palace, and I think he'll make their defence a lot better because they've got, imagine this defence, I think would be a good defence. So in goal, Sam Johnson / Guaita. I quite like Sam Johnson over Guaita. Johnstone, sorry. And then Timothy Castagne, Joachim Anderson, Mark Gui, and Tyreek Mitchell. I think that's a great back line. I think Mark Gui's fantastic. I think Joachim Anderson's a solid player. I think Mitchell's a great player with a lot of potential. I think he'll get a top move in the years to come. And then Timothy Castagne, I think that would be very, very good. And you probably should, I think, maybe get him for less than 20 million. Less are relegated. They might hold on to him, you never know. But up to I would like to see them get. And then now going on to the seventh team, which is Arsenal. And I've chose Declan Rice, who's linked, and it looks like he will go to Arsenal in real life. And I think Declan Rice is a great signing for Arsenal, and he'll just add pure quality. When the Xhaka going, I think it's a perfect player to come in. And it's a great move for Dex, and it's a great move for Arsenal. And I just think that would be a fantastic move and bring Arsenal's midfield up a level. And I think that's what they need. You know, they were unlucky this year, you know. They couldn't just get over the line against City in the league. But I think players like Declan Rice, signing players like his quality, shows they're going in the right direction and they will be back. And I think it would be a good move for both people. Going on to number 8, and we're going for Burnley. And I've seen people talking about this guy on YouTube saying Burnley should sign him. So I did my research, and he's called Mike Trezor. He's a number 10, and he looks fantastic. I think like 23 assists in the Belgian league, which is just crazy. 23 assists in the season in any league is quite an achievement. And I don't think, I think, you know, you've seen Kompany use his leverage on the Belgian league, getting players in. And I think this is what he should do. Yeah, I think this is a no-brainer. Someone's got to pick up this player because I've watched highlights and I've seen his stats, and it just looks like someone's got to get him in the Premier League. What a great step it would be. And Burnley, what a step it would be as well. Back in the Premier League, need a number 10 in my opinion. And I think he would suit Kompany perfectly. I think he would fit like a glove. Going on to number 9, we're going to Manchester United. And I think we desperately need a striker. However, I've picked a goalkeeper because I don't think this goalkeeper will be on the market long. And I went for Diogo Costa from Porto, a fantastic sweeper keeper who's young, and he already plays for his country. I think he's early 20s, I think. And I think it'd be a fantastic addition for Ten Hag. The way Ten Hag plays, he's a bit like Onana, he can play with his feet. And I don't think De Gea quite does that. I think De Gea's getting on. I think it'd be best for De Gea and Man U to part this summer. And I know they need a striker, and they will get a striker, but for me, I think get Diogo Costa in now, a world-class goalkeeper already in my opinion. Playing for Porto, get him in now, because he's going to go to a big team down the line, because I think Bayern Munich will be looking for a brand new goalkeeper soon, because we've got Jan Sommer and Neuer both getting on. I think Diogo Costa, Man United, Portuguese, I think they will be able to get him Champions League football, get him in early as possible, and that's what I think they should do. Going in with number 10, Tottenham Hotspur. Where do I start with Tottenham? What a poor season for them, and would be disappointed in. They haven't done themselves a favour not getting in Europe to try and keep Harry Kane. You don't want to play in Conference League if you're Tottenham. You want to play Europa League or Champions League. Obviously, you want to play in the Champions League. They are set to appoint Ange Postecoglou as the new head coach. People are against it. I think it'll be a great appointment, you know. Obviously, he's very untested, but I like the style of football he plays, and I know it was in Scotland, but I think I could see him maybe nicking a trophy like a Carabao Cup. You know, he's won trophies. I think he's won 7 trophies. Done the treble with Celtic this year. I would like to see how he gets on in Tottenham, and I think that'll be an imminent appointment now. And but the player I've chose, Spurs, is actually a centre back, and it's Nico Schlotterbeck, a 6'3" left-footed centre back, which I think Tottenham are desperate for a centre back to play with Romero. I think Schlotterbeck would accompany Romero very, very well, and I think Schlotterbeck can play out from the back, and I also believe he looks like he's very determined when he's playing, and I like that. He looks hungry, and that's what you need from your defenders. And I definitely think Nico Schlotterbeck from Borussia Dortmund will be a great sign. I know he only went to Dortmund last summer, but I think Tottenham could prize him away. I think it would cost around about £45 to £60 million if Tottenham are prepared to pay that. But I think they definitely need a class quality centre-back to come into that team. And I believe he's a top player. And I think he'll go far in football. Next, we're going to Man City. And oh boy, this was a tough one because Man City, they don't really need anyone, do they? And I've been actually, I would say, ambitious because I think City can pull any player now because what they do. They look like they're going to do the treble, the Champions League, they'll win the Premier League every year. This was a tough one for us, but I went for a midfielder just in case Gundogan does decide to leave, and even if he doesn't, I would still take this player. And it's Gavi from Barcelona. I think he's a top player. I think he would be a good addition for City. I think he's a nice, tidy player. I think he would learn lots of Pep, and I think it'd just be a great deal for him. And I think he would win trophies, and I think he would get the eyes on him. And I just think he would be a nice. I think he would flourish under Pep Guardiola. Next up, going for Luton, and a massive congratulations to Luton Town for getting promoted to the Premier League via the playoffs. A great achievement. No, 9 years ago they were playing non-league football, the first season in Premier League history, and it's going to be tough for them, but they need to replace Marvelous Nakamba. And I went for an ambitious player. Nakamba had an excellent loan period, and I hadn't actually said go back for Nakamba, which we could possibly do, but I would like to see, and I think this would have to be a loan with an obligation to buy, Oliver Skipp at Luton. I want to see Oliver Skipp play football week in, week out in a team like Luton, where he'll be probably the best player. And it might be unrealistic, maybe, but why not try, get Oliver Skipp in that replacement, let him sit deep in the midfield. I think he's a great tackler, and I think he would. I think he can pass the ball all right. I think he'd be a great signing for Luton Town, and I don't think he'll get much football at Spurs now. I'm not sure, you know, but hopefully we can see Oliver Skipp get him, even if it's a loan move somewhere, where he's going to get football and flourish in the Premier League. Number 13 team, Bournemouth. Great season for Bournemouth. I actually predicted Bournemouth to stay up. Obviously, there's no video, but I did predict Bournemouth to stay up. I think I said like 17th, 16th. And I just said that as I just had a feeling they would stay up, and they did. Congratulations to Bournemouth. A nice club. And I would like to see them sign Houssem Aouar from Olympique Lyon. I've always wanted to see Aouar play in the Premier League. I think going to Bournemouth would be a perfect opportunity for him. Even if he gets a relegation release clause in there, or some type of release clause, I think it'd be an excellent addition from the Cherries, who have just lost Jefferson Lerma, who was going to Crystal Palace. I would have said Lerma for Crystal Palace, but since the deal's pretty much done, we're just waiting on an announcement. I didn't say that. But Houssem Aouar for Bournemouth, is it unrealistic? You tell me, but I think it'd be a great addition, and let's get him to England and see how well he can do. Going for number 14, Liverpool. Liverpool need a midfield shake-up, let's be honest. They do. And obviously they've got rid of, I think Kate has gone, or he's going. Milner's gone, Kate has gone. Milner's gone, Oxlade-Chamberlain's gone, and Kate has gone, say, right? That's 3 midfielders. They obviously need midfielders. On the verge of signing Alex McAllister from about £45 to £50 million. Great signing. I would have said him if I didn't say this lad, because I knew the deal was done, so I thought, why not give them another midfield option? Great signing, McAllister, World Cup winner. He'll flourish in the club and learn a lot. But I think they should sign Romeo Lavia from Southampton. I think he was a quality player for Southampton at a very young age. And I just feel like that would be a good step in his career, to not play week in, week out, but to play football for Liverpool and learn, and eventually get his name cemented in that Liverpool team, because I think they do need the midfield shake-up, and it could be a Henderson replacement, Lavia. The thing is, for Liverpool, I don't know if they will go for Lavia. I think they might think, right, we'll probably need a world-class player in here, lads. I think that's what we'll need. And it's what they might go for, but I think to get Lavia away from Southampton, 30-45 million, steal, in my opinion, absolute steal. I think there'll be a lot of clubs looking for him this summer, and let's see what happens. But he's a great player, and I think he'd be a good suit for Liverpool. Number 15, the number 15 team, I'm going for Aston Villa, and it's Mikel Oyarzabal, I think that's how you pronounce it, sorry if I'm wrong, from Real Sociedad. And I think it'd be a great signing for Unai Emery's Villa, who's done an absolute fantastic job at Aston Villa, getting them into the UEFA Conference League. Great achievement from where they were under Gerrard. Went from here to here. Great the setup really well, hard to break down, and they know what they need to do. And he's turned people like Ollie Watkins into a beast. He's turned Douglas Luiz into a beast, and Tyrone Mings is playing fantastic. And you know, I think he only signed like really one player in January or two. It was like that Duran, who was like for the future, and Alex Moreno, left back, who looks fantastic. And I was there when they beat us 3-0 away, when we were away at Bournemouth, and we were away at Villa, and that Moreno was very, very good again. So I thought he caused for a lot of problems. We were terrible that day as well. But the thing is about Mikel Oyarzabal is he's a very versatile player who is quality, and I think Unai Emery likes versatile players. And I think he likes, I think he's liking bringing these Spanish players in. He's going to like bringing them in England. And I think Oyarzabal would suit Unai Emery because he can play through the centre and he can play on the wings. And that's what you want. And he would add some quality to Villa. And I think Unai Emery would play him central, which I think would be a great sign. They're going to miss out on Marcos Asensio, who's going to PSG. And that would have been a fantastic signing if they got him done. But I think Mikel Oyarzabal will be the closest thing to Asensio. That would be a possible signing. Don't know how much he'll cost. He's one of Real Sociedad's star players, but why not come to the Premier League and test yourself? Play a Conference League for Unai Emery, a great coach, sets up well, hard to break down. Come to England and let's see what you can do, son. But now, going into number 16, we are going for Wolves, and they're desperate for a striker, and it looks like the manager could even leave because apparently he's not going to get the promised budget. Don't know how true it is. He's still there at the time of recording this video. But I think Yusuf Poulsen from RB Leipzig, he's a big, tall, physical, strong striker who can provide goals in the team. A risk, yes. But what will he do? Will he score goals? Yes. Is he strong? Yes. So get him in. Get him in now. Number 17, we're going for Everton. Everton need a striker because Dominic Calvert-Lewin, great player, don't get us wrong, but he's too injury prone. You cannot rely on him. And you remember when he was injured for most of the season, when they're in this relegation battle, that Neil Maupay, who's not a good player in my opinion for the Premier League, and Elias Sims, who's a young lad, and will he be good enough? Who knows? I think Victor Gyökeres from Coventry, he's great in the Championship. Come to the Premier League, give him a chance to prove himself. He's not going to start with Calvert-Lewin because you've seen what Calvert-Lewin can do on these days. He's a fantastic player. I think he'll give you 15-20 goals a season. But Gyökeres will bring kind of the same approach that Calvert-Lewin can bring. And I think it'd be a good signing for Everton. I think you're getting for about 15 million. I think he's got a year left on his contract now. Get him in. Number 18, we're going for Fulham. And I've actually went for a centre-back, a young French centre-back to replace Tim Ream. He's called Mohamed Siegman from RB Leipzig. He's a young quality centre-back. And I think he'll do a really, really good job. I don't think he's the same type of centre-back that Tim Ream is, because I think Tim Ream is brilliant on the ball. But I think he's quick. He can tackle well, the Siegman. And I would like to see him in the Premier League, and I think Fulham would be a good move for him. Number 19 now. We're going for Brentford, and unfortunately since Ivan Toney's ban, which I think, punish him, fair enough, punish him. But not letting them train till like September, and not letting them have contact, I think it's very unfair, and I think you should focus on getting rid of his addiction, which they haven't done. I feel like you should put things in place, and they haven't, and I think it's a bit disrespectful to Ivan. But it is what it is. He's got to deal with it, he's got to live with it, and I think Brentford should go for Mariano, who's just left Real Madrid. He's available on a free. I think why not go for him? He's got actually, if you look at his trophies, he's actually won a canny lot. Like he's won like European Cups and stuff because he's been at Real Madrid for so long. So why not go for Mariano, get him in, give him a chance, while even if it's a 1 year deal for the season, and then when Ivan Toney comes back in January or whatever it is, see what happens. And then, so yeah, I think that would be a decent sign. And then number 19, Nottingham Forest, the last team of this little video. Let's be honest, there's a lot of areas that they need to work on. They're going to survive, but away form was poor. They've obviously released players like Jesse Lingard. I think that was good, you know. I think they should have released them. It just didn't work out. But I would like to see them bring in Gustavo Hamer from Coventry. Another player with a year left on his contract. Probably get him in for about 10, 15, 20 million. I think he's a great player. I think he'll thrive in the Premier League, and I think Nottingham Forest should bring him in. And that's just what I think he'd be a good signing for Forest. I think he'd suit the system well. But guys, that's the end of the video. Let me tell you who you think should bring in for your club. If your club's in this video, tell me what you want your club to bring in, realistic and unrealistic if you want. But thank you so much for watching. Please remember to like, subscribe and comment, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.